I don't tell my sellers to like wear like suits to work. I really don't care. Like, be comfortable, get the result, just attend training. I'm going to trust you. But like, we've got a ridiculously good sales culture. I truly, and I don't say this with ego, I'm just looking at numbers. I truly reckon by end of 2027, so in a year and a half, I reckon we will average, honestly, like between like 500 to 1,000 sets a day. Because why not if we're already averaging, not now, we've actually had a bit of a slow week this week, but at our peak 50 to 60 sets a day, why can't we do that? And I'm only going to get older and more mature and like meet my team in person, you know? So that's my comment on the close things. Andy said, Albin, the new podcast intro is fire. Albin said, can't wait for the new episodes with it. So yeah, we have a podcast. Shout out to Andy. We did a podcast last Sunday. Me, Pranav, Andy, one of Andy's friends, and we cooked up. That's going to come out next week. I'm really excited. Ken said, we always emphasize that what works for you doesn't work for me. Ken is my sales team leader, appointment setting team leader. And what works for me doesn't work for you. And it makes sense every time. 1 trillion, and Ken, that's why you're the appointment setting team leader. Like, a lot of people are so narcissistic that they think the only way that they do something is the way it should be for everyone. But I'll give you an example. If you're a hot blonde girl and I'm a black guy with dreads, I can assure you that there's certain things that she might be doing unconsciously that is different to how I might be communicating unconsciously. Like, as a black, I'm being 100% real. Like, when I was signing up a lot of clients last year in Brighton, Hampton area, like rich white area, like restaurants, guys, I'll dress up a bit more, speak a little bit differently. Hey, James, how are you? Yeah, should we take a seat? Cool. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Well, look, I first of all want to say congrats on your establishment. Like, this is incredible, right? How long have you been building this for? Really? That's tricky. Did that take a while? Okay. And you have the kids, right? Is it tough to balance all of that? And I sound a bit more white. I already understand. They're like, oh, hold on, black guy. Remember? Like, I know it sounds, but I'm not trying to, it's just the reality. But if I'm talking to a Ugandan bowler, he's got a chain in the US, he owns a record label, he saw my ads, he liked my ads. I'm saying, what's happening? I used to play basketball in LA and SAC. What's happening? What do you want? Talk to me. Talk to me nicely. What do you want? Come on. Like, it's a different. So like, it's the same with the SDRs. Some SDRs might be really good at slowing things down. There are repeatable patterns that work. But as long as you're getting the result, document it, practice the F out of it. But I will add a comma. There are general things that work. Like upward inflections, ask questions. Downward inflections, communicate authority. Right? Like, there are basic things that work. Generally speaking, if you talk slow, that's going to be better. But in terms of objection handling, even objection handling, there's like science and art to it. But one thing I've realized as well, I talked about this on the podcast, a lot of people look at business just as science, which is true. There is a certain amount of inputs for you to get to the next, like to get to X level, especially under 100K a month. Like 90% of that is just your brain, like not letting you reach out to like 100 people a day, like for the most part, like for most things, right? Or 200 people a day. But, and maybe I'm being naive, but I feel like once you're kind of in the swamp, between like 1 to 5 million a year, there's art and there's science and there's art. Like, I know what my leadership archetype is. I'm a visionary, right? I'm good at operations, but I'm not the best at ops. So I'm good at great ops manager, right? But I'm visionary, right? So my unique skill set, if I'm to be a billionaire in my 30s, if I am, the skill set that will get me there is not sales or marketing. It's network-driven ecosystem creation. And I know that sounds like a lot of random words, but nearly every venture that I've had extreme success in has been the result of me utilizing networks of people to create a repeating ecosystem that then produces value. Corsair, sales teams, culture, like there's so many different businesses or sales-based things that has been the result of network-driven ecosystems. But again, I'll reveal that in more depth once I hit 1 million a month. So give me hopefully 5 to 8 months. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Mohi said, you had so many businesses. How do you know when to walk off if there's too much resistance? How do you identify if it's worth pushing or walking away? Really good question. The agency was the first legit business that I'd like started. I'd had like different YouTube channels because I used to grow up being really musical. So I teach people how to play YouTube. I mean guitar on YouTube. And I tried like faceless YouTube channels. But even other things like the nightclubs and the cleaning businesses and the crypto ventures, or the NFT ventures, right? There's businesses I haven't even talked about, cleaning business, etc. Other agencies that I've tried, a lot of them were kind of spawned off the marketing agency. So for me, that was like, usually it's the thing you can spend the most amount of time in that you win in, no matter what you pick. Now, obviously we're in an age where AI is super, is the big variable. But like, if you essentially spend 5 to 10 years in anything, most people don't make it to year 5. They really don't. I have friends that we started business at the same time. They made their first million lifetime. So what I mean is lifetime, not in a year. Like we do, we're going to do a couple million in a calendar year this year, minimum. But they did like $1 million over 5 years. And once they posted it on Instagram and Facebook, we did $1 million, look at our strike, which is fine because everyone's driven differently. They got married because there was a couple and they're started other brands, but I don't think growing businesses is their main focus. But for me, it's I know what my freedom number is, and I want to get there, and then I can assess if I want to start potentially pursuing other parts of my life with as much zest. So, Mohi, to answer your question, I think you need to figure out what's something that you've been doing longer than most people that you have a unique advantage in, number one. Another way to look at it is, what do your enemies compliment you on? Right? Say I get in a fight with someone and I think I'm cringe. They can be like, I hate Dami, he's so cringe, but that guy, he's freaking good at talking.